So I decided to do this video because the promises that God has for your life and my life, they're not changing. They are what they are. As I was reading in Genesis, one of the things I am just so grateful, so thankful for my brother in law, Carlos. He allowed me to keep the most important things that my sister Maggie owned that I wanted. So the first one is this. I just realized that is it's not about the destination, but about the journey. And I hope that the journey that the Lord has for your life and mine, we enjoy. It is our choice. We get to choose our joy. We get to choose our love. It's not about where we're going. And some places that we get to, they're beautiful. As I think about just the ability to be able to be present with my sister in the last 8 months, 9 months of her life, it's just, I am forever grateful at the things that God allows in our lives. I used to think, oh my gosh, I'm not like my sister Giovanni, who has a degree, who has a master, who has all this education on paper as far as degrees go. But I'm so grateful that the Lord allowed me to have different types of education. I continue to learn. I continue to invest in myself just in a different way. But I'm grateful to be able to be in the line of work I'm in, to be in sales, because I was able to be there for my sister. And I'm forever grateful. That journey has been beautiful for me. And God intended that from the beginning of my time. God intended that for me. God wanted that for me so that I could show up for her. And I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for that. And then the second thing that my brother in law gave me was this Bible by T.D. Jakes, Mujer Eres Libre. Libre. It's out of that series, Women Thou Are Loose. It's the Bible. So I decided that I would read it as a in order, right? In order. I wanted to read it in order. And I am in Genesis 18. I would love to say that every day I sit and I read and I meditate on the scriptures that God is giving me, but I don't. I don't every day read and underline and have that time. But today I took that time. Or maybe I do have the time. I don't choose to do that, which is a total different conversation, right? So it's not that we don't have the time, because we have the time to work out, we have the time to read, we have the time to meditate, we have the time to journal. We do have the time, but we choose not to. And I'm grateful that today I chose Intimate self-care, right? So anyway, I'm gonna read quite a few scriptures. I just want you to know that I am, because it kind of doesn't make any sense unless I do. So this is out of Genesis 18, and I'm starting with verse 1. And it says, now the Lord appeared to Abraham by the terebinth tree of Manred in Hebron while he was sitting at the tent door in the heat of the day. When he raised his eyes and looked up, behold, oh God, no, I am reading the wrong thing. That's 18. I don't want to read that. I want to read 17 first. So this is when God talked about the covenant, right? The covenant of circumcision. So when Abraham was 17, verse 1, was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said, I am the Lord God Almighty. Walk habitually before me with integrity, knowing that you are always in my presence. Oh my gosh. We are always in God's presence. Isn't that beautiful? Just to know and understand that this is truly holy ground, that where I'm sitting right here, I am sitting right here, is holy ground. And I'm always in his presence, and so are you. I will establish my covenant, and know that God will establish his covenant. No matter how much you fight, how much you do, what you think, God's going to establish his covenant towards you. Between me and you, he says, and I will multiply you exceedingly. through your descendants. Then Abraham fell on his face in worship, and God spoke to him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant, Mary, Paul, Martha, Glennis is with you. Fill in your name, and as a result, you shall be the father of many nations. And that's my prayer, that God would allow me to be the mother, the father of many nations, that many will come to know the Lord through my legacy, through my testimony, through the changes that He's made in my life. And I hope that that is your prayer. For I will make you the father of many nations, and I will make you exceedingly fruitful. Know that God is going to make you, yes, you, exceedingly fruitful. Fruitful means exactly that. He's going to multiply and bless you and give you His abundance. He already has it. I believe that that gift is already stored in that room in heaven. It's up to you and I to grab it and get a hold of it, right? I will establish my covenant between me and your descendants after you throughout their generations for an everlasting covenant to be God to you and to your descendants after you. And I will give to you and to your descendants after you the land in which you're a stranger. So if you feel you're a stranger, that's okay. Not to God. You're His. You're exactly the way He intended you to be. With a crazy hair. Today it's blonde, tomorrow is black, then after that is red. And I have grays in here that I cover. But if I allow the gray to just rock this head, it's okay. It's all beautiful. So further, God said to Abraham, going back to 8. So it says, after you, in which you're a stranger, moving from place to place, all the land of Canaan as an everlasting possession of property, and I will be their God. Further, God said to Abraham, as for you, okay, you're part of the agreement. You shall keep and faithfully obey the terms of my covenant, you and your descendants after you throughout their generations. This is a sign of my covenant, which you shall keep and faithfully obey between me and you and your descendants after you. Every male shall be circumcised. And he goes on about all the different things that he wants him to do. And then eventually Abraham circumcises Ishmael at the age of 13. And it just goes on and on. Right? And then he talks about Sarai, his wife, how they were going to have a child and how he laughed. And then later on, how, Sarai herself, she laughed as well. And all these different things that went on, right? But check this out. Are you ready? I hope that you're ready. This is the part that ministered to me in 18. He says to him, and this is in 17 through 19. Okay, there's these men, right? These 3 men that come, and he says, hey, don't just go by. Let me be able to give you some water and some food. And he goes into Sarai, that's over there in the tent, and says, hey, do these things. And then he brings it back, and Sarai is at the door of the tent. And they say, they prophesy over her that she's going to have Isaac, which literally means, laughter. And then, she laughs, right? And then she denies it and she lies about it, right? Which is what we do sometimes when we get caught, right? So this part is the part that ministered to me so in my deep soul. In 17 through 19, then the Lord said, shall I keep this secret from Abraham? And this is about Sodom and Gomorrah. This is what the Lord truly ministered to me in my heart. He said, shall I keep this secret from Abraham, my friend and servant, what I'm going to do? Since Abraham, and this is the part that I took for me, I love what my sister Giovanni says about, I can't think of the pastor's name in the Dominican Republic that God has used him mightily, but she said to me one day that the thing with him, the thing with you, Glynis, is that you believe what the word says about you. And I truly do. I really do believe what the word says about me. And this one, I took it personal for me. Glynis, since you're destined to become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth will be blessed through him, through Glynis, through me, through Martha, through Mary. So, because God's going to bless the world through me, for I have known, chosen, acknowledged you as my own, so that you may teach and command your children and the sons of your household after you to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is righteous and just, so that the Lord may bring upon Abraham, upon Glynis, upon you, what he has promised you. So, bottom line is this: because the Lord has chosen you, the Lord is not going to keep secrets from you. So, when I think that the Lord is going to use me mightily to reach millions of people to come to know him, to come to serve him, to come to do his will, when the Lord speaks that through me and to me, it's not because I'm making it up. It's kind of like the Course of Miracles says, it is God's will, it is my will, it's my will. My will is God's will. Anything that's in alignment with God's word for me and that I'm thinking, and I know and I believe that it is in alignment, that God's going to use my life mightily. God has not kept any secrets from me. I know without a doubt that God's going to use me to reach the generations of the future. And this generation, this is truly here, heaven on earth for me. You know, I was talking last night with Marco, with my ex-husband, the father of our 4 children, right? So he was saying, you know what, Glynis, we got up. And I said, yeah, we did. We got up. He said, do you still get up and pray? I said, yeah, I do. I get up and I pray. That I do. It may not be as long as I would like today, but I do get up and I pray and I acknowledge God and I'm in gratitude and I say thank you. But he said the very fact that we got up, that's it. At this stage, at this age of our lives, is so amazingly beautiful that we get up. It's ganancia. It's such abundance. It's such fruitfulness to know that God allowed us to get up. And I hope that your one word is like my one word. This is what I said to him. My one word is thank you. My one word is gratitude. I come from that space no matter what is happening in my life. At the worst day that I think is my worst day is my best day. And I say thank you. And I say thank you to all. I was explaining to Victor, he's such an abundant man. One of the wonderful things that I have learned from him recently is to say yes. Yes to it all. Yes. Yes. I say yes. I say yes to the call. I say yes to whatever comes my way today. And I hope that you say yes. I just want you to know that right here in this space where it's holy ground, where again I'm just sitting comfortable, right? This is holy ground. And I want you to know that on this day today, I am praying for you. I am believing God for you, that you believe. And if you want to laugh, laugh. Not in disbelief like Sarah and Abraham, but laugh because God is doing it. Laugh because the joy of the Lord is your strength. Laugh because God is doing abundantly more than you could imagine or even think. Laugh is good. Science has proven that laughter is such a wonderful medicine. Laugh. Laugh today. Laugh like there's nobody's business. I did a TikTok, and maybe not the most appropriate for some, but it was on being a proud Dominican, and I was just dancing and just doing my thing, and I was saying, "Hey, I'm dancing, as some might say, by myself, but I'm not. I'm dancing with the angels." And my sister Maggie turned to me and did all these turns, and my dad said, "Woo, Jesús Santísimo, esa es Romero." It's like, oh goodness gracious God, that's a Romero right there. Look at that turn. And I dance with my grandparents, and I dance with the generation that came before me. I danced, I laughed, I exercised, and I got into gratitude because my legs still work. And if they didn't work, I believe that my legs will always work. I really do believe, because in me they dance, in my head they dance. Even when I was sitting in that wheelchair, my legs were dancing, and eventually I was able to get up and dance. Get up and dance, even if it's in your heart, even if it's in your mind. That place is as real, as reality as you want to make it. It's as real as you think it is. Stay abundantly blessed. I am in infinite, immense, forever gratitude. Let gratitude transform your life. Let God, which I call gratitude, transform your life. Stay blessed. I love you. But more importantly, don't forget, the man upstairs, he is crazy in love with you and I. I covet your subscription, and I covet you sharing this message to others so that more people can become, as I call, part of the gratitude nation, gratitude movement, gratitude world. If we gave just that one thought, hey, gratitude does matter. Not that anything else doesn't matter. Everything else matters. Black lives, I said it, they matter. White lives matter. Brown lives, they matter. But everyone in between matters. But more importantly, gratitude matters. Because if we come from that place, I believe that together gratitude can connect us, and we, the human race, can come up with the solutions that God has already given us, that's inside of us. Gratitude allows us to love and connect like it's nobody's business. Let's do it. Let's celebrate. It's a celebration. I love you guys.